Several new laws will take effect in Texas in the new year, including a law that limits the amount of property taxes school districts can levy on the elderly or disabled. Zach Tawatari explains.
New year, new laws.
The state in the past two biennial legislative sessions have passed probably more laws to restrict what local and county governments can do.
Which KHOU political expert Bob Stein says includes SB 12, a new property tax that limits how much public school districts can tax elderly or disabled people. The bill does include a rule that funds will be given to schools that face a budget shortfall because of the change. So how will this affect schools?
I think even particularly in rural school districts where many of the people in those communities that are losing population are elderly people because they're not moving away. They're staying there. They own their homes, and now they're getting a great tax relief. Who is there left to tax to educate those children?
Next up, HB 3774. An omnibus bill that, among other things, restructures state courts and allows access to state court documents with Texas Supreme Court authorization.
I think the justification here was mostly workload, and the other was, just to be blunt, fairly political in order to take away the influence of some of the bigger urban areas.
And with the next legislative session around the corner, Stein sees a debate forming around how to spend in this budget.
$27 billion surplus.
And a number of major issues being presented. First and foremost, abortion, for which there are few exceptions under Texas law.
In the Texas polls, we see the voters in Texas they favor some type of exceptions and even wider access in the legislature. So this is going to be an issue that I think may not necessarily get settled, but it'll be debated.
Border control.
It's the overwhelming #1 most important issue in the minds of voters in Texas.
Says Stein is another pressing issue.
You can't keep on sending people seeking asylum from Houston and to the vice president's residence in Washington and expect that's a form of border control.
Other notable items, he says, include legalizing marijuana and expanding Medicaid. And while Stein says 800 to 1,000 bills are pre-filed and the vast majority will not be enacted, there is a lot to learn from this next session.
What's important here is it tells you what the sense of the legislature is.
Zach Tawatari, KHOU 11 News.